hold my stuff.
That line will never get old.
No, it won't.
But the Raptors front office is fucking up. That's basically what I wanted to bring it up for, because we talked the other day about trading one or the other.
Yeah.
You wanted to trade both for anything.
Both.
And I'm like, don't trade them for anything.
Both.
But guy, people are offering stuff, guy.
Both of these nuts.
Both of these nuts. You remember I posted a whole thing with the beard?
Yes, I did.
Got like thousands of fucking views on Instagram, yeah?
I love the story.
Thousands, like fucking 10,000 views.
Achilles.
That's the one, yeah, the Achilles, yeah.
Achilles and Bofa.
That's the one I'm talking about, the Achilles one.
Yeah.
Everybody knows his little known brother Bofa or whatever.
No, everybody knows Achilles, but nobody knows both of these nuts.
Yeah, and they talked about Bofa. But it's cool because it's like a 30-second story talking about Bofa. And then it ended with both of these nuts. That shit was good, man.
Yo, it's like my boy who drops that all the time.
Yo, Proton's like, collab incoming. For real, yo.
Yes.
We'll feature your stuff. We will talk about your website. We'll talk about your whatever. For stuff. We like stuff. We're just talking about trading Pascal Siakam for stuff.
Yeah,
we will trade promo for stuff.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Stuff. Get them out of here. Get them out of here.
They're not going to do anything with him on the team right now. And Scotty Barnes can't progress with Pascal on the team.
No.
Do you agree with that?
100% agree with you. When Vince Carter was still on the team, Bosch couldn't get any better. Mm-hmm. When Vince Carter left, look at Bosch.
Yeah.
And I feel when Bosch left, look at DeRozan.
Yeah, and that's why McGrady left though. McGrady was like, I'm no matter what I do here, I'm under Vince Carter's shadow.
I know.
He left and won the title.
But he should have stayed.
Well,
because if they would have stayed, championship. We would have been waited so long.
At least in the champion, yeah.
No, we would have got one. Well, with those two,
I don't know because we would have ran into Kobe's Lakers at that time, with Shaq and them. That's the same time, because Kobe himself said, if Tracy McGrady had stayed with Toronto Raptors, we would have been playing them in the finals.
Oh yeah.
I don't know about beating Kobe and Shaq in the finals.
Well, you know what?
But
if those two were on their A game, we have a pretty good chance.
At least would have been in the finals playing.
We would have been playing. Yeah.
Kobe himself said that. And so good. You can research that. You can look that up. Go look at Kobe Bryant talking about if Tracy McGrady and Vince Carter together had stayed on the Toronto Raptors.
Because I feel Vince lost the zest. I think McGrady would have kept him on his toes. And
Buddy with the hat looks like a power bottom.
What's the power bottom?
I don't know what a power bottom means. That sounds like something you do to Xavier's mom.
Yeah, power bottom?
Yeah.
Power bottom.
Alright, sorry I interrupted you. So if Tracy McGrady and Vince Carter had stayed on the Raptors, you said?
I think that McGrady would have uplifted Vince. Because Vince, to me...
wasn't a number one.
No, he was a number two, but he was the most athletic. He just needed some drive.
Yeah, he just needed he needed the...
And McGrady was, at that point, trying so hard to define himself that he could have pushed the envelope, which would have made Vince...
Yeah.
He would have took all that heat.
Yeah.
And Vince would have been like, okay, let me take the whatever.
Yeah.
Give me the windmill dunks. Give me the open threes.
Yeah.
While McGrady slashing.
Yeah. Because I think if they stayed together, McGrady still would have turned out to be the better scorer.
Oh, of course.
Because McGrady just had that in him, man. McGrady was a fucking 40-point-a-game scorer, man. Like a scoring machine. Yeah. I think McGrady still would have been the scorer. And with Vince as your number two... What a fucking team. And then Bosch was on that team?
Yes.
Bosch was young, but he was on that team. Like, imagine what would have happened with McGrady, Carter, Bosch. And you had, like, fucking Childs. Remember fucking...
Oh, yes.
As the fucking point guard. Tough as fucking nails. Not the greatest point guard in the world. Chris Childs?
Yeah.
But, as tough as nails. And he'd fight you. You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
He didn't care. Toughness. And Oakley was on that team.
Yes, Oakley in those times.
The clothesline master. Antonio Davis and we had some fucking tough motherfuckers on that team, man.
We did.
Imagine that Keon Clark coming off the bench. Fucking.
Oh, everybody loved Keon.
Yo, the weed head guy. That guy was fucking high all the time. I love that motherfucker.
Exactly. Come up.
Keon Clark was high on the court. I don't care what anybody says.
He comes out of his car just.
And I loved him.
Head was just smoking.
Yep. Yo, that guy's face was always like,
"Where the weed at?"
Yo, and then he'd dunk on you from like the fucking.
Oh yeah,
he
had some long arms.
He put down some dunks on some people.
Yes. Yes.
I was like, yo,
we in those times we had a great bench.
We did, man. We had a strong fucking team, man.
But you think about it.
Wasn't TJ
Where was
Ford?
one shot away from the finals, guy?
Yeah, man. That Vince Carter shot.
And that was the year that the Sixers. It was Sixers.
Yeah.
One shot away. But you know who fucked it up? You know who fucked it all up?
Who?
Butch Carter, the stupid coach. He didn't play him.
He's their uncle.
Whose uncle?
He's McGrady and Carter's uncle.
Shut up!
I think he's related to them.
Oh, well, he's dumb.
I don't know. That's a random fact that may or may not be true. I don't know. I don't know if I'm right or not, but I think he is. I think he's their uncle.
And you never play them.
You know who his brother is?
Who?
Fucking the guy who played for the Minnesota Vikings who caught all the touchdowns. Chris Carter. Chris Carter
is
brothers with Butch.
What?
Yeah.
I like Chris.
Another thing. Yeah, Chris Carter. All he does is catch touchdowns. I don't know if you remember.
Well, he's the one who made Moss.
Moss, great. Yeah.
He's the one who made Moss great.
Like there was a highlight show that I used to watch way back in the day with oh fuck, I can't.
Flynn.
I can't remember their names. Yeah,
Flynn.
Yeah, one was a big guy and one was a black guy that looked like Flynn, but he looked like Apocalypse. I used to call him Apocalypse. The black guy that did the highlight show was always on Sunday nights, and it was and they used to come up with pure names for everybody who did whatever. Like they would go. There was a guy named Michael Jackson that played for Cleveland Browns. Yeah. And every time they throw and the pass went for 45 yards to Michael, and then the black guy would go ee Jackson, and then they would say, what does Chris Carter do? And then the guy and the black guy would go catch touchdowns, and they had these like little sayings for everybody. They had like Mike Allstott.
Yeah.
They were like, you're in good hands. With Mike Allstott, it's like Allstate, right?
Allstate, yes.
So like I can't remember. Chris Berman. It was Chris Berman. And some his name must have been Jackson too, I think. Something Jackson. But like those two together did the absolute best. I used to tape it. Yeah. They were so good that if I wasn't home, that shit was set to fucking tape. Because I needed to watch those highlights every Sunday and listen to those guys talk shit. Yeah. All the way through. Because they had a nickname for everybody. Like it was amazing, those fucking guys. Those guys made me absolutely love football. Like I liked football before, and when I watched those highlights, I loved football. I just wanted like the way those two guys did highlights. Chris Berman did the Monday night like the fastest 30 seconds it was called or something. Yeah. All the way until like 5 years ago. He was doing so on the Monday night football game, they'd clip to like him at halftime, and he'd do what's called the fastest 30 seconds. And he'd do all of his nicknames, all of his everything. He just fire through all the highlights and have nicknames for everybody to score touchdowns and shit. I love that guy, Chris Berman, man. He made me like absolutely love. No, I liked football before and I was watching. Yeah. But he made me love football. I knew people's names who I never would know, and like he would just shout out people. Yeah. And it was an hour-long show, so there was a lot of highlights, a lot of talking, a lot of stats, a lot of things like that. And it really got me like right into football rather than just like watching my team, and that's all I knew. Yeah. Right? For me, it was kind of like Ahmad Rashad was to us for the whole NBA. Right? We wouldn't have known the whole NBA story. Stephen A. Stephen A. only is just on the TV now. I'm talking about. I'm joking. In the fucking 90s, man. Remember, like
Stephen A. insults everybody, and then that's his motto.
Was it Inside the NBA they used to do? What was the show that Ahmad Rashad used to do?
Oh, Inside Stuff.
Inside Stuff. That's what it was.
Behold.
Yeah. My stuff. But you know what I mean? Like, remember we're up here in Canada. We only know X amount of what sports used to be on. Back in the day. But if it wasn't for shows like what I'm telling you, the show with Chris Berman, or like Inside Stuff, you never got to see the fucking Supersonic or the whatever. You know what I mean? Like
for me, getting into football was fantasy. That's how I like.
That's how you really got into it.
Really got into it, and then I started listening to this podcast called Fantasy Football.
Yeah. But that had to be much later because there was no podcast in the years I'm talking about. There was no such thing as podcast.
No, it was later. But that's
when you really got into it.
Football and stats and knowing things. Before I was just die hard Cowboys.
Yo, listen.
Cowboys.
Cumberly Dumpsterski said, "What a beautiful chocolate man." I assume you're talking about this guy.
Of course. She's not blind. So funny.
Nothing.
That's right.
I don't know why I'm laughing so hard.
I don't know why you're laughing either. Unless you see your forehead reflection. Then I would laugh too. We should be recorded on that screen.
Oh my god. I'm crying.
I can't tell.
Whew. That was funny.
I see is your Botox forehead.
Botox? I don't need no fucking Botox. As ugly as I am, I'm still dark skinned. And I ain't never gonna fucking need no Botox. And none of that. Hi, I'm Dave. And this is Jay.
You know what? Both of these? You don't need both of these? Why do you look like you're about to both of these?
I'm going. I'm trying to kiss both of these nuts. Oh shit.